So today is a little bit of a different video. We've got 3 different mics at 3 different price points. We've got our Rode Podmic, our Fifine AM8, and then our Nearstream AM20. This one was sent out from Nearstream, and I actually wanted to compare it to the 2 other mics in similar categories and similar prices. Our Fifine being our cheaper one, next one up being the Nearstream, and then the next one above that is the Rode Podmic. Now, the big differences with these two compared to the Rode Podmic is going to be that these two both have USB-C inputs as well as XLR. This one is strictly XLR. Now we'll be testing them all in XLR mode just to give it a fair fighting chance all the way through. That way our variables are the same. Make it easier and a fair fight. Let's check them out, see how it goes, and go from there. Now, something I do want to mention is that when you buy the Rode Podmic, it is just the Podmic. XLR cable, boom arm, everything else, that is separate. You just get the Rode Podmic, and that is a big difference factor compared to the other 2. For example, the Fifine AM8 does come with a boom arm. Now, this one I purchased separate, but it does come with one out of the box if you buy the kit. You can buy this microphone independent, but normally most people are probably going to buy it with the kit unless they have their own stand already. The Nearstream does come with a pretty standard boom arm, which is more than fine for most case uses. You get the kit with it baked into that price, so you do spend a little bit more than the Fifine, depending on which kit you buy, if you find it on sale and everything, but these are just prices that I'm finding on the website on your average daily use. Now, like I said earlier, each one has its own different connector. The Podmic is just XLR. It does not have any kind of other connections. The other 2, the Nearstream and the Fifine, both have XLR, USB-C, and a headphone in so you can listen to what your audio is sounding like on a daily. These are useful for people who are like recording music, anything like that. They want to hear it while it's being played, anything like that. That is where that is used for. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I just have a quick little script to go off of, and I'm going to do the same thing for each microphone, try to make this as scientific as possible, and try to make it super simple. So we'll start off with the first one here. This is the Rode Podmic. All right, quick audio check before we get started. I'm speaking in a normal volume to make sure everything sounds clear and balanced. There shouldn't be any distortion, popping, or background noise. This is a standard mic test to make sure the audio is clean and comfortable to listen to. And now here's the Fifine. Alright, quick audio check before we get started. I'm speaking in a normal volume to make sure everything sounds clear and balanced. There shouldn't be any distortion, popping, or background noise. This is a standard mic test to make sure the audio is clean and comfortable to listen to. Alright, and here's the Nearstream microphone. Alright, quick audio check before we get started. I'm speaking to you at a normal volume to make sure everything sounds clear and balanced. There shouldn't be any distortion, popping, or background noise. This is a standard mic test to make sure the audio is clean and comfortable to listen to. So what do I think? Well, there's a couple different factors to imagine. Rode Podmic is $95.99 with just the mic. That does not include a boom arm, that does not include XLR cable, does not include an interface either. It's pretty expensive, and once you start adding up the other things, you're getting close to $160, $170 even. The Nearstream AM20X, this one is $89.99. Now that is the mic, a USB-C cable, and the desk arm mount. Is it a good deal? Sure. Now, this one obviously doesn't come with an XLR cable, but it does come with the USB-C cable. Now, the Fifine AM8, it's $54.99, comes with the cable that you need, not XLR, but USB. It only comes with a desk stand for that. If you get the one with the mic arm, it's a little bit more expensive. Just personal preference from there. It's a good deal. I love Fifine. They always do an amazing job on their products. The Nearstream, the AM20X, it is $89.99. That comes with the arm and the mic, no XLR cable, but USB. Now, most of the time, what's going to happen is that people are going to buy these just for normal content creation, streaming, things along that line. Now, both of these are a good deal. I do like the Nearstream. It is good. I do like the Fifine. It's good. Between the two, I think overall, you get a little bit more out of the Fifine, just being personally honest. You do have a headphone adjustment, as well as a mic adjustment. Makes it pretty nice. Tap to mute, things along that line. Now, the Nearstream comes with tap to mute, an adjustment, and everything else like that. Does come with the mic arm, so that makes a pretty big difference. Now, the Rode Podmic is going to be you're really getting into it, you really want to have really crisp, clear sounding audio. That's the way to go. You're going to spend more money, but you know what you're getting yourself into. I do think that the Rode sounds the best. I think that's pretty much a given. It's more expensive. You need a little bit more to get it up and going. It doesn't have USB, but it's XLR, and that is the golden standard for great audio. Both of these are really nice. I really do love both of these brands, Fifine and Nearstream. I do think the best budget option is going to be the Fifine. It's only $55. Like, you kind of can't beat that when it comes down to it. For a good microphone that has XLR option, but you can just use USB. Now, the Nearstream is not a bad option either. You do get a couple extra features, the software that it comes with that you have to download. You do get some smarter features when it comes to noise reduction and everything like that the Fifine just doesn't have. So that's just a big difference between the two. Yes, you do get some extra features out of the Nearstream, but the Fifine has its best bang for the buck. Now, obviously, and it's funny because it kind of goes in the price order. Most expensive, least expensive, and middle of the road. Just a personal preference here. Obviously, you guys can make your own decisions. I do like the fact that the Nearstream comes with a mic arm. This one only comes for $54.99 just with the desk mount, but you can buy the one that does have the arm mount. So overall, the Nearstream is a nicer mic than the Fifine, but the price reflects that. So you kind of know what you're getting yourself into. None of these are bad options. I really do love all of them, but you guys are going to be the big decision makers on what you feel like sounds the best to you. But that is obviously my personal preference.
Now, if I had to put them in order, it would be 1, 2, and 3, just as you see. I think the Fifine is a great budget option and has a really good price for that. The Rode Podmic just sounds the best, and the Nearstream isn't a bad option, but it does not sound as good as the Podmic.
Hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of a different video. If you guys want to see more stuff like this where I'm reviewing mics or audio equipment or any kind of tech, keyboards, I love a good keyboard, let me know and comment down below.